Dragonstar Alchemy here for a quick update. Today's video is on Flat Earth. Words are magic. Did you know that when words are being said or spoken to you, that your brain hears it both forward and backwards at the same time? Did you know sometimes audio engineers can hide messages in tracks called backmasking so that subliminally they can hit you with a message? Almost like hypnosis, but not as strong, just minor suggestions and subliminals to try to program you covertly. And over time, when you get bombarded, maybe you'll eventually pick up those habits or suggestions depending on your willpower. Now, your brain is strong enough to hear it both forward and backwards. Consciously, you hear the word being said as it's being spoken to you right now, but subconsciously, your brain hears it in reverse. And in this world, some would say that those do things in reverse. We'll call them satanic or whatever you want to call them, but reverse is how things are done. And since everything you know is practically the reverse of truth, you don't live on a ball, but you live on a plane. Same can be said with words. Words have meanings when you look at them to the root word, and words have meanings when you look at what they truly mean via sound. But when it comes to the root word, let's look at the most common example, government. Gov and mental, government, mind control, governing the mind. Something like that is a basic example to show you how words can be split up, but this isn't going to be that type of word game. This is going to be the audio variety. As you'll realize, words are magic, and I'm going to show you an example. You can get this app right here. It's called Audacity. It's free, works on both Mac and PC. I recommend that you do this and check out words for yourself. You can have endless hours of fun. I'm sure by now you've had to have heard of the Obama speech where yes we can means thank you Satan in reverse, or the Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven with its plethora of satanic messages, and Queen's Another One Bites the Dust. It's fun to smoke marijuana. Back in the good old days of music, they loved to backmask and hide various messages, but that still goes on today. Just like how, back to the root words, grammar comes from grimoire. Who keeps a grimoire? Witches and wizards. And everyone you know on this plane is either a witch or a failed witch, an initiate or an uninitiated. They just don't know it. Those people are failed witches. When you go to school, they teach you how to spell. They also teach you curses as you write cursive. So you go to school to learn how to spell, write curses, learn your grammar as you put together your words. So in your grimoire, you learn your spells and how to curse people, and you get indoctrinated and become a failed witch. People just don't realize the power they have. It's easy that this could very well be hell. There's plenty of examples, but that'll be a video for another time. Everything in this world is sexual. That's why you see the obelisk representing phallics and power or life-giving wands, and domes, bowls, circles representing the womb and feminine. So when you see a witch or wizard with a pointy hat, that means they're a powerful witch. Their obelisk is erect, it's upright like it should be. But if their hat was flat, like your graduation cap and gown, it shows that you're limp, you're a failed witch, you have a limp dick. Keep in mind, no matter if you go to a private or a public school, you wear either a uniform or whatever clothes you want. But then for some reason, when you graduate, you put on a cap and gown. Totally out of the ordinary when you think about it. Putting on these robes. Recently, I found that connection from Quasi-Luminous. I've always known about the magical words and the power of the tongue and connection, but I have to give credit where credit is due. When he mentioned the graduation robes, it clicked further. I always knew about the magical words and the backmasking and the reverse speech, but connecting it with the wizard and witch hats versus the graduation gowns, It was a golden opportunity. I'm going to give you an example, and since this is flat Earth movement, I will show you an example with flat Earth. Afterwards, I'll show you various other audio clips that I think you'll find interesting, and they're quite notable. But to save on time, I'll only show one. The rest you'll hear, and at any time, feel free to pause it when you hear the word, so you can't blame me for trying to prime your subconscious or mind for a certain word. So you'll hear the word, you can pause it, write down what you think it means, and then you'll hear it, and you'll hear what I say it means, or others think it means, and then you can compare it, or just let it roll and enjoy the show. But like I said, to save on time, I'm just going to show you how it's done for the first one, which I'll show you with Flat Earth, and the rest, it'll have to just be rapid fire one after the next, or else it'll take quite long if I show you the whole process. But feel free to do it yourself and test it. So we're going to go record Flat Earth. Alright, let's see if that sounds clear enough. Flat Earth. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Then we go to effects, go down to reverse. Third elf. Now, to me, that sounds like third elf. Now that's interesting. Why third elf? Some would say that the earth is the third rock from the sun. What does elf really mean? Do we not know? Is there a secret meaning? Those of you who are familiar with DMT, ayahuasca, LSD, and experiences like that know that some would speak of the clockwork elves and how they control and rule this plane. I don't know how true that is, but if elves are in control, that's interesting that flat earth equals the third elf. So without further ado, we will move on to these quite interesting words, and you'll be in store for a treat. Let me know what you think. Comment below if you want any other words or songs analyzed, or like I said, feel free to analyze them yourself with Audacity or any other apps you may find out there. Crystalla. Let's see. Let there be light. Dog. God. Thoth. Thoth. Heaven. Nive. Live. Vil. Lived. Vil. Hello. Well. Got milk. When I. Flaming hot Cheetos. Milf. Abyss. Siva. Abyssal. Siva. Emerald Tablet. Adam and Eve.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Thank you, say. Thank you, say.
Monsieur. And if you need more convincing that words or spells affect the environment around you, I recommend you look up Masaru Emoto-san's work on how words and consciousness affected water molecules. And keep in mind that allegedly this world in your body is mostly comprised of water.